Today's Avyak Murli. The date is 11th February 71. Murli's title is Service through the Vehicle of the Inner Body. Baba is asking us, can you calculate how far you can go in 1 second? Baba has taught us how to travel through our mind. And so Baba is asking us, can you calculate how far you can go in 1 second? When a person dies, he goes so far away within a second. When you speak of the vehicle of the body within, Antavahak Sharir, what do you mean? What is the meaning of the saying, you used to travel around with the vehicle of the body within? This praise is not just of those with a divine vision, but it is also of all of you. Those people who have their own meaning of the vehicle of the body within. In Bhakti also, they use this understanding that saints who have achieved a spiritual status, they can travel through their inner body, the vehicle of their inner body. So Baba says those people have their own meaning of the vehicle of the body within. But what is the accurate meaning? Baba says the accurate meaning is that you attain your final karmatit stage at the end. And that is like a vehicle. You travel around in one or other vehicle. You can go from one place to the other very far away. In the same way, when you attain your karmatit stage, then because of this stage, you're able to travel very far away with 1 second. So each one of us can see our own karmatit stage. We can see our angelic stage, the complete angelic stage where we have attained the karmatit stage. And Baba says this stage will become like a vehicle through which you can travel very far away just in a second. This is why it is said the vehicle of the body within. In fact, it is a praise of our final stage. At that time, you're beyond the consciousness of the physical form. And this is why they've even called it the subtle body. Just as there is a saying about the flying horse. So it is your present, so it is the experience of your present time that has been related in the form of stories. Whatever we are experiencing in Sangam has been related in the form of stories. When you give an order to go somewhere, it would take you there within a second. Do you have this experience? Nowadays, science is trying to speed up with everything. So everything has to be quick. They are making so much effort as possible for greater success through less time. So Baba says, they are making so much effort to have greater success in as less time. In the same way also, you're trying to increase the speed in everything. The more someone's speed increases, the closer he will come to the final stage. Through your speed, you reach your stage. So the speed of your effort, spiritual effort, you will reach your stage. You can recognize your stage from your speed. All of you now are making plans because it is February. So we have Shivratri coming. And so Baba says, all of you now are making efforts, plans to celebrate the great festival of Shivratri. So what newness have you thought of in celebrating Shivratri? So everyone very enthusiastically says, we will hoist the flags. So Baba says, you may hoist a flag in your own centers, but also hoist the flag of the revelation of the Father in the heart of every soul. Pratyakshta ka jhanda lehrana hai. So Baba says you have to hoist the flag of the revelation of the Father in the heart of each soul. And that will happen only when the embodiment of power, you become an embodiment of power, and that is revealed. You can reveal the one with all the powers through your being of becoming an embodiment of power. So the more I become powerful, Shaktishali Swarup, Baba says you will reveal the Father through your stage of being an embodiment of power. An embodiment of power means to be a destroyer and one with all ornaments. So I become a destroyer of all obstacles, Vigna Vinasha, and I'm decorated with all ornaments of virtues and qualities and powers. So before you go on a stage, you first, all of you, prepare your internal stage very well. And then you go on the stage. And through this, people will have a vision of your internal stage. Just as you make other preparations, in the same way, check that you're going onto the stage as someone who has adopted all ornaments. So Baba says, when you go on the stage, that is any situation where I'm available as Baba's instrument to share Baba's message to so many souls around me, even our daily responsibilities and roles, we are on the stage. So Baba says, check that when you're going on the stage, you're going as you have adopted all the ornaments, decorated yourself with all the ornaments of all virtues and qualities. Both forms of a lighthouse and a might house should be in an emerged form. Lighthouse, the light of Baba's knowledge, being completely light, free, and might house, the embodiment of all powers which we have received from the Father. So Baba says both forms of a lighthouse and a might house should be in an emerged form. Only when you are both of these forms, you will be able to be a good guide. So lighthouse and might house. When you say Father, that word should be filled with so much of love and power that it works like the ointment of knowledge. So Baba says when we use the word Father, Baba, the word should be filled with so much of love and power that it works like the ointment of knowledge. That it makes orphans into those who belong to the Lord. Fill just this one word with so much of power. That power will come from our experience of companionship of Baba, experiencing Baba in every moment. At that time, when you come on the stage, first let your stage be of mercy. So Baba says, we have to become Rehendil. So at the time when you go onto a stage, first let your stage be that of mercy. Feelings of benefit, kalyankari bhav, rehem dil. Third, your words should be filled of love. And fourthly, there should be the sparkle of power in your form. Make your awareness and your stage so powerful that you think, make your awareness and your stage so powerful that you think that you have come to grant a vision of the Father through yourself to your deities who have been calling out to you for a long, long time. In this way, you can reveal the Father through your spiritual form, your spiritual vision, and your attitude of bringing benefit to the world. Baba says, in this way, you can reveal the Father through your spiritual form, your spiritual vision. Spiritual form is awareness of the soul, your spiritual form, your spiritual vision, your very subtle drishti, and your attitude of bringing benefit. Do you understand what you have to do? You must not just make preparations for lectures, but you must make such preparations for a lecture that through the lecture you give the experience of the stage of going beyond words, that is sound. You have to be paying sorry, you have to be paying greater attention to preparing for the lectures and less attention. You have been paying greater attention for preparation of lectures and less attention to staying in the consciousness of the form of spiritual attraction. Therefore, this time you have to make greater preparations for your stage. So Baba wants us, Baba very beautifully uses the word bhashana and bhasana. So Baba says that is why you have to give more attention to the experience of enabling others also to go beyond words, beyond sound. So Baba says the attention should be more in the consciousness, which are staying in the consciousness of the form of spiritual attraction, Ruhani Akarshan. Therefore, this time you have to make preparations for this. You must stamp everyone's heart with the stamp of a relationship with the Father, because He is our true spiritual Father. Acha, what service with those of Madhuban do? Bap Dada especially is giving Madhuban residents an invitation to the subtle region. You will be able to see the service taking place everywhere when you come to the subtle region. Baba will specially take you on a tour in the evening from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Just as trance messengers were taken on a tour for many places, in the same way Baba will take all the Madhuban residents on a tour of service to all the places. What more do you want when you can go on a tour without effort? Therefore, on this day, the Madhuban residents consider themselves as the residents of the subtle region, Avyakt Vatan Vasi, and stay beyond the consciousness of the physical form. They will have many experiences. So when you become residents of the subtle region, that awareness, then you can stay beyond the consciousness of the physical body and you will have many experiences. You can then relate to the experiences you have to Baba. If on this day you make even little effort, you will easily receive the blessing of having various unique experiences. Do you understand? have a special yoga program. Baba has given the time. So Baba says, have a special yoga program from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. In fact, you're being given an invitation for the whole day. But this is a special time for going to the tour. At this time, each one of you will be able to have experiences according to your capacity. Madhuban residents are specially loving. And Baba is therefore giving you a special invitation. Simply use your intellect to become detached from the body, consciousness of the body, and you will then have whatever experiences you are according to drama. So Baba says, as you become completely detached from the consciousness of the body, then you will have beautiful experiences, which are you have to have according to drama. Visions are common things for trance messengers, but you can have such experiences with your intellect. It will be as clear as though it is an experience seen through your physical eyes. So Baba is talking about the beautiful experiences which we will have when we travel through this vehicle of our Karmatit stage, Antavahakshari, with the teachers. What should be this group be called? So Baba said, teachers. So Baba used the word speakers group. And so Baba says that speakers group, speakers are those who give a speech. As well as speech, is there also speed? Baba is checking. As well as speech, is there, Baba says speed, because together with speech, when there is speed and effort, then though the influence of those who give speeches is there can be benefit for the world. So Baba says, along with speech, if there is a speed of effort, then through the influence of those who give speeches, there can be benefit for the world. We can see Baba's very special instruments who have created their own spiritual stage, like our sweet daddies, and how much benefit they're able to give to the world. If your speech is without speed of spiritual effort, it would be difficult for there to be benefit for the world. So you can say that this is a group of those who give speeches and those who move with speed in their spiritual effort. Those whose speech is powerful and those whose speed is also powerful are called world benefactors, master removers of sorrow and bestowers of happiness. So are you engaged in such a task? Those who are So Baba is asking us whether we are engaged in such a task of being world benefactors and master bestowers of happiness and removers of sorrow. So Baba is asking us, those who are removers of sorrow and bestowers of happiness are themselves beyond the waves of sorrow of the world. And their speech will also be that takes others also beyond the waves of sorrow. Do you give such a speech while remaining in the stage? Baba says, do you give such a speech while remaining stable in such a stage as a master, remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness? So Baba is asking us, do you remain in such a stage and give a speech? So on what stage do you stand when you give speech? On the external stage? When a speaker has to go on the physical stage, he first has to check whether his internal stage is ready or not. So Baba says that before we go, are available on our physical stage, we have to check our spiritual stage. So Baba says, that is why those who give speeches while remaining in such a stage are called elevated speakers. Just as you give so much attention to preparing a physical stage, do you make as much effort in the same way to make sure that your internal stage remains just as ready? Those, Baba says, who are involved in physical service as a speaker. So Baba says, and each one of us actually is a speaker because we are available on world stage. So Baba says, do you put so much effort that your internal stage also remains just as ready? What is a memorial in Abu for those who give speeches while remaining in a powerful stage? Dilwala Temple. The Dilwala Temple is a memorial of the pilgrimage of remembrance. Have you not seen Gaumukh, mouth of the cow? So Gaumukh is a memorial of the mouth. So just as the memorial of the father is Gaumukh, because he clarifies everything through the mouth of Brahma Baba, then in the same way, there is a memorial of the mouth even for those souls who become instruments for Baba's service through giving speeches. So speaker has to work through the mouth, but in such a way that you give a speech on the basis of your elevated stage. So Baba says, a speaker has to work through the mouth, but in such a way that you give such a speech while you are in an elevated state of mind, elevated stage. You should constantly have an ever-ready stage. It shouldn't be that you have to prepare it all the time. Whenever you have an ever-ready stage, the impression of that is very, very good. This is why Baba asked you if you were influential. Like in today's world, there are so many influencers. So Baba is asking us that, children, are you the ones who have become the ones who are influenced? Who are influential. Should this group be called the influential group? The group who's able to influence others? Will everyone give this certificate? It is a good group. If you give the certificate, they will also be ones who satisfy everyone. So you're also the jewels of contentment. Are you not? Do you say yes to this? If you yourselves, Baba says, are the jewels of contentment, then you can make others also content. Teachers are also given a paper. How? Their paper will come from the subtle region. So Baba says everyone has to give the paper. So Baba says the paper will come from the subtle region. Before having a certificate, you will have to give the paper. So Baba says, a teacher takes a paper at every step. Whatever step you take, always think you're sitting in an examination hall and take that step. Like you have sudden tests nowadays in schools. So Baba says that is why you will always think of yourself seated in an examination hall, taking that step. A speaker means one who's sitting on a stage. Everyone's vision is on those who are sitting in front of them on the stage. All of you are also sitting in an elevated stage. The vision of many souls is on the steps you take. So you have to take every step with so much of attention. If you take even one step out of line or fluctuate a little, that many others will follow you. Therefore, whatever steps you teachers take, You have to take them after careful consideration, because you are wearing a crown. Are you not? What crown have you received? The crown of responsibility. You must take every step while considering yourself to be an instrument. You must not be careless now. Carelessness finishes when you are wearing a crown of responsibility and you're seated on a throne. Carelessness means carelessness in effort. This group should always think that whatever step you take or action you perform, it will remain an example for the world, because your actions become memorials in the form of stories. Yadgar ban jate. Those activities of yours will become worthy of praise. Do you move along while considering yourself to be responsible to this extent? This is a speciality of the group that is responsible. To the extent that you remain responsible, accordingly, you will always remain light. So Baba says this beautiful balance, that to the extent that you become responsible, that whatever I step take, others also will follow. To that extent, I also remain light. So Baba in this Murli wants us to remain in that stage where we are having a lot of speed for self-effort. And so Baba says, as much as you have speed in your spiritual effort of reaching closer and closer to the final stage, that much, Baba says, other souls will be able to take benefit. Baba will be able to give benefit to many souls through you. So Baba has asked us today to emerge this beautiful vehicle of our karmatit stage, of our final stage, of our complete angelic stage. And with this vehicle, Baba says we can travel wherever we want. Especially Baba has invited us all to the subtle world. So each one of us will surely practice traveling in this beautiful vehicle of our own karmatit stage. Through our mind's eye, we can surely see our own karmatit stage. Beautiful stage where we are complete as an angel, like Brahma Baba. Because Baba's Smriti Divas is also coming very close, we can see that complete karmatit stage very clearly, our own karmatit stage. And that becomes our vehicle of the subtle body, a vehicle of our inner body. So Baba wants us to speed up in our spiritual effort, so that Baba can use us as an instrument to give benefit to so many souls around us. Baba says we have to become an image of spiritual attraction, so that we can pull so many souls towards the Father. Om Shanti.
We can take a few seconds of pause and then we shall share a reflection, Devi. Is that okay? mute and share reflections or any questions that we have for Didi basis today's Murli.
Shanti. Good morning, everyone. Baba today talks about applying the ointment of knowledge through a powerful stage, and Baba also talks about having a good stage while delivering the lectures. The bhasna, that is the stage, Baba has compared the stage, that's a state of mind, with the stage itself, and Baba has brought out the nice comparison of having a very good state of mind while delivering lectures. And they should be powerful. What Baba says, light and might. Both. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
Om Shanti, sister. Om Shanti. I like that word, speed, which Baba has insisted in every paragraph. And I remember somebody back when Baba said, second is also a point, I am also a point, you are also a point. Now I find the speed is also a point. Speed is just, it's just gone. I'm there. So what kind of fuel should I really put in this body so that I'm able to fly at that speed? I think that volcanic yoga is what Baba said. But the main part which I would take today, which is really close to my heart, is revealing the Father. I always used to get that fire, and I can share this once when I met Jagdish Bhai. I told him, this is the fire I have in my heart that when I go, I would like to reveal. For that, he said, it's just knowledge you have. You have to fuel yourself with power. And that's what Baba has said today. He spoke about power, and he spoke about how to get ready. You don't go on the stage and the curtain opens. What would happen if somebody will see me adjusting my sari, adjusting my thing? No. So I have to be absolutely ready. I have to be for that a Shiv Shakti. Then I can go. Then I can make each understand the Father. He is Alpha, He's Powerhouse, He's Paramatma. That's what is the feeling, because everyone knows God. Go to them, they said, I know Krishna, I know that. But to tell them the beyond that, it is something means I have to be powerful. I have to show in every aspect of me the Father. I have to be superpower. Then I can reveal Father. I think this is the fuel, speed, and power which I would like to take within me and see what should I do to really ignite myself so that I fly like a rocket. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Sister Deepa ji and Divine Family. As Sister Girja Sister explained, that fire within get ignited. She wanted to go on the stage and reveal Baba. That's the fire I have within me. But in order to reach at that stage, I do not know how. And that's why I am in this class. Hopefully, one day I will be ready when I will become embodiment of whatever I am going to share with the world. Thank you. Om Shanti, everyone.
Om Shanti. Good morning, sister. Baba talked about Karmatit stage today. This is a flying stage, flying vehicle. So we all have to practice that we are this vehicle and then tour around and then give light and might to the whole world. So I do have this question within me. What are the different methods or practice that we can do in order to get to this karmatit stage? I know that it is a stage that we all will accomplish towards the end, but still I believe some amount of practice needs to be applied in order to get there eventually. Could you, sister, if you can give more light into it, it would be great. Yeah, thank you.
Shanti, I think the most beautiful yukti which Brahma Baba always used was that Baba used to see himself in that perfect form. Especially Baba used to check with the Sandeshi, goes to subtle region, and Baba used to ask the Sandeshi that how much there is difference in the light of that complete Brahma and the effort maker Brahma. So Baba always had that image of the complete Brahma, that is Karmatit stage, his own Karmatit stage in front of him. And so automatically, when we have the double benefit of having our own, which we can visualize, but the practical journey of Brahma Baba also. So then Baba says that we can compare our every thought, our every word, our every action or interaction with the complete Karmatit stage of Brahma Baba. And automatically we can see ourselves in that complete stage also. Then so both we compare with Baba also, but we also see ourselves in that complete stage, fulfilling that action, dealing with that situation, interacting with that soul. So when I see my own Karmatit stage, I can see how much I am very beautifully soul conscious, completely detached. And so the gap which is there will be understood very clearly. And then Baba also says that remain in that stage consciously and perform your daily responsibilities. So rather than Baba asking us to put a lot of effort to reach there, Baba says remain in that stage throughout the day. So the more I am aware of myself remaining in that stage, then automatically that little difference which is there in my present and what I want to become, that is that Karmatit stage, that difference will become less and less and less. And we will be able to have that deep realization of what is that subtle, you can say, weakness or something which is blocking me to achieve that Karmatit stage. The realization of that will become much more easier. And 100% comparing with Brahma Baba. Now Baba's month is coming, meditation month is coming. So we check ourselves according to the steps of Brahma Baba. Baba ki kadam, I check myself.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti, sister. Good morning, everyone. Very beautiful, Murli. And I like the way my Baba has asked, and I like the way where my Baba has given the knowledge as to how to prepare our stage and what our stage should be. So Baba says, I like the way he said that your stage should be rehendal, merciful. Your words should be filled with love, and there should be sparkle on your face. And we need to make the stage so very powerful and kalyankari also, in such a way that it should remove all the sorrows, and you should see to it that you become a victor of happiness also. And your lectures should take people beyond sound, and they must also experience a lot of beautiful experiences by in a detached form. Om Shanti.
Sister, can I just add a sentence? You spoke about Karmatit stage.
Yes, please.
I remember when Dadi Prakashmani ji, her last days, and I had the thing of being in Madhuban when the final day, she said, and I was so privileged I could go. That was the day when she almost reached her state of unconsciousness. I'd gone to collect Rakhi. So that time when what she said, when there are no karmic bondages remaining, and whenever you know how to handle when you're sick, if sickness comes and all, you're not going to cry, you're not going to suffer, and you will, that is, whatever is small, you'll not make it big. But with tolerance and patience, you'll turn everything big into small. I think that's the final stage. That is such a stage when all these threads which I have in this world, all bondages, all possessions, or even my body, I go, and then, it's like sitting in a Padmasana up, neither in this world, neither gone up. My soul is in that stage. It has cut all bondages. I think that's the final stage. Baba says we have to work towards that stage. When she said that, I just thought I should share. Om Shanti.
Yes, yes, sure.
Om Shanti, sister. Today's Murli, Baba speaking about Shivaratri. To celebrate Shivaratri well, Baba wants to do some newness in that program. Baba said, hoist your flag not only in center, but also hoist the flag of revelation of the Father in the heart of each soul. This point I noted. Om Shanti.
Can we move on to meditation?
Yeah. Through my mind's eye, I withdraw myself from all my roles, responsibilities, from the awareness of my physical body. And as I create this beautiful image of my own karmatit stage, I see myself the being of light, using this special vehicle of my complete stage, Pap Saman Karmatit stage. Where I'm beyond the influence of my own physical body, and also the physical world, beyond the influence of my roles, responsibilities, relationships, where I'm so free, complete, where my own spiritual stage is an embodiment of power. Where I'm completely free from the awareness of my own subtle weaknesses. And I see myself complete with all spiritual powers. And my own spiritual stage is an embodiment of spiritual attraction. Which enables me to reveal the Father through my spiritual stage. And in this awareness of being the one who's revealing the Father through their spiritual stage, I experience my role as the world benefactor, where my thoughts, my energy, my words, my actions are full of world benefit. I become Baba's instrument to reveal him to the world. I become the master bestower of happiness and the redeemer of sorrow. Where my elevated stage my spiritual drishti and my complete form reveals Baba and enables souls to come closer to their Father. Through this karmatit stage, in this beautiful vehicle, I reach Baba, Bab Dada, in the subtle world. And as I see Bab Dada in front of me, Baba's loving drishti is filling the power within me to complete the gap, to fill the speed in my spiritual effort. So that I can fly in this beautiful vehicle of my own spiritual stage, my karmatit stage. Baba, through his powerful drishti, through his sakash, is filling all the power and virtue needed by me to fill the subtle gaps. And I become like the Father. Allowing this awareness to remain within me. And Baba has made me like himself, Pap Saman, Sampurna Karmatit. And as I enjoy this final stage, I feel so light, completely free and detached. Filling my mind and heart with Baba's blessings, Baba's love, I come back. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Deepa Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. And we shall meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
Thank you, sister.